Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Medieval Dynasty with me, the noob. So, let's see, we were on our way to do more of the Unigost, is it Unigost or Uniegost or something like that? I don't know. And we're going to talk to Sambor. So for that, wait, what else did it say? Deliver to oat ale. I don't know. Did I get 6 of them and then deliver 2? Because I think I still had 4. Anyway, his cabin or whatever you want to call it is here on the top right corner of the map, so that's where we'll be heading. We're just gonna cross the bridge here and then follow the path. Is that then? Yeah. Okay. Take to the right and then follow the path east-northeast. So here we cross the other one that I saw. Okay. Come on, because we got so much to do. More signs to where everything is. No, that way, northeast. Not bad, letter. I am just questioning how well people here can drive their carts, because the amount of carts that I just find by the side of the road is ridiculous. But on the other end, why complain? Gives me some free stuff. And let's run a little again. That I might need. Yeah, I may have forgotten to bring... Oh, I was going to try this. This is... There we go. Oh, and now I see the... way. Okay, just some fur. Forgotten to bring some food, so let's see if I can quickly grab some mushrooms or anything. Too bad I just ran past that one patch. Oh, did I bring a shovel? Oh no, I don't have a shovel yet. Oh boy. You look... I think you're lost, boy. Sorry. I didn't mean to this... Wait a sec. Look me in the eye. Stop shivering for crying out loud. Black and blue. You're Jordan's family, aren't you? Yes, my name is Raizamir. You must be Sambor then. And how do you know of that? I was talking to Unigust. He told me that you were part of the Reminders as well. Part of what now? The pack? The one with Unigust and Jordan? I've never heard of this idiotic name in my life. Oh, sorry. Maybe I've made a mistake? We were called the Undying Fist. Oh, my. That's so much worse. Whatever. What do you know? What are you, like 12? Normally I would argue with you about that, but I'm afraid you'll kick the bucket during this dispute, old man. Oh, there's something I would kick for sure. So smart choice, Snot. Anyway, I would love to hear some stories about my uncle and the pack's adventures altogether. That's an amazing coincidence, because I would love to spend my time telling the old tales by the crackling fire. Oh my, really? No, leave my property and forget where it is. Oh, come on. It will only take a moment. A moment of a moment, really. Just tell me, what was my uncle like? How did you become part of the Undying Fist? And, what did you do exactly as the pack? You don't know what we did? Unigos didn't get to that part yet. Alright. But be quiet and try to be less annoying. Where should I begin? Alright. It all started when Jordan left his home. He was 18 at the time, if I remember correctly. That clever brat was always too big of a fish for his birthplace, and he knew that. Left as soon as he could. But cleverness at such a young age always means two things: being arrogant and hot-headed. His plan was to set out on a big adventure. That's it. Pretty detailed, huh? A path like that is paved with skeletons of young idiots. But none of them was Jordan. Either way, he was wandering for days. Days soon turned into weeks, and his rations into dust. He was useless as a hunter. Back then at least, so berries and mushrooms was all he could get. So, obviously, he needed some coin. He came across a manor with orchids so fast that they could see like an ocean. Jordan hired himself there. A week of back-breaking labor had passed. His hands were covered in blisters, skin red from the scorching sun, knees pulsating from pain. I must say, you're really an amazing storyteller. I wasn't expecting that. Shut up! Do you want me to finish? Where was I? Oh, right. He was exhausted from all the strenuous work he's doing. Went to the lord of the manor with a smile on his face to collect the payment. His stomach was already full with fantasies of all the delicious treats he was dreaming of buying. And all of that was ruined by the hand of the lord holding a couple of lousy coins. Jordan was furious. It was a mere fraction of the pay he was supposed to acquire. He started shouting at the Lord, demanding justice. Peasants were just flies to the Lord. Disgusting, replaceable insects. And what do you do with a fly which buzzes too loudly? Both of the Lord's palms struck Jordan's ears with the strength of an ox. Jordan fell to the ground, stunned, and the Lord's guards threw him out of the manor like garbage, stealing that few pathetic coins while doing so, if I may add. It wasn't until evening when Jordan regained his hearing, and with it came a fervent thought of revenge. Your uncle was quite a capable fighter when I met him 10 years later, but he wasn't back then. He knew the guards would massacre him if he only came close. So he needed to find another way to fulfill his vengeance. Jordan was always ambitious, but that hatred fueled him like nothing before. And what happened next? What came later was becoming bored of this conversation. Go away. No way. You can't leave me like this. I can do whatever I want. Scram, I have things to do. What things? I'll do them for you. I'll do anything you want. Just please, tell me the whole story. Damn, you're annoying. Please, 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 please. Fine. Just shut up already. Just say what needs to be done. You won't regret it. Here, grab this shovel. It's a piece of crap, but it will do. There are clay deposits behind my house. Go there and dig up some clay for me. On it, boss. Okay. Oh no. Let's see. Let's first put this one back. Lot 4. I don't know why that left there. Wooden shovel. Now let's see. Thought I found some here, right? Is already behind the house. Kinda. Can I dig up more? Yep. While we're at it. Aww. Let's just leave them for now. Then know what Sambor might do. You're carrying too much. Alright. You have it? Here's all the clay you wanted. Will you finish the story now? Alright, alright. So, as I've already said, Jordan wasn't much of a fighter back then. He didn't have any money nor connections. But he had one thing. An unusual ability. You see, from an early age, Jordan was an exceptionally good liar. No sweaty palms, no voice cracks, no tells, really. Calm, steady breath, eyes contact held all the way. He eventually managed to handle any kind of pressure, even in the craziest of situations. But it wasn't that at first. He felt no pressure lying. No stress at all. It wasn't natural for him as breathing. He had absolutely no remorse. He came up with a plan so immensely moronic and unrealistic that it's really hard to believe that it worked so perfectly. At first, he convinced the nearby town's tailor to sew him a whole set of clothes, worthy of the most wealthy nobleman. The finest of fabrics, silken threads, you name it. Horrendously expensive. So, how did he manage? Did he manage to afford it? You may ask. It's simple. He didn't pay for it. So he stole it? I said no such thing. Jordan wasn't a thief. Not in the traditional meaning of the word, at least. Apart from that, did I finish the damn story? While wearing his new clothes, he traveled to the castle of the king of the realm and entered it. Okay. Now I know that you're making this all up. That's simply impossible. You're absolutely right. It is. It's mad, even considering trying to pull that off. But Jordan, he just walked straight in. I don't blame you for doubting me. Damn, I would have had been first to doubt a thing like that if I hadn't seen him doing it hundreds of times later with my own eyes. Anyway, he walked right into the castle. And once he was there, he followed through with his plan. Which was? Betting his wife. Whose wife? The king's. The king's wife? Indeed. So, let me get this straight. The plan was to get into the castle and lay with the queen? Exactly that. You were right. That is the most absurdly idiotic plan I've ever heard. I told you, but it worked like a charm. I still don't get it. What worked? What has he accomplished by that? After the lovemaking, he dressed up, deliberately leaving his undergarments on the bedside, and told the queen he'll be right back with some refreshments. Then he went to one of the king's guards and told him that he saw the queen with a company of a strange man sneaking into one of the chambers. The guard rushed in and witnessed the queen naked in bed with a man's clothes right next to her. As a loyal servant, the guard reported on the matter directly to the king himself, who, as you can probably imagine, became furious to say the least. He couldn't really punish his wife, that would be bad for his reputation, but he could persuade her lover. Unfortunately for him, at this point, Jordan was long gone from the castle, riding a beautiful bay mare he borrowed from the stable into the sunset. I still don't get it. You see, the king didn't catch the filthy seducer, but it didn't mean he couldn't track him down and find him. To do so, The only track he could follow was the one thing that Jordan left behind, except his undergarments and a pleasurable memory for the queen. His name. Not his real name, of course. The name he used when introducing himself to the queen was... the Orchid's Lord? Precisely. Now you get it. Didn't that get the Lord hanged? That seems pretty extreme. He didn't get killed. That wouldn't be in Jordan's style. The queen begged for his life to be spared. So, the king threw him in the dungeon, where he spent all the days he had left. Jordan was amazing. All that, with just the power of his wits and speech, he surely showed the Lord that he couldn't have wronged him. Don't get the wrong idea about his reasons. Jordan didn't get through all of that just because of what the Lord did to him. You see, the Lord was cruel, merciless brute. He mistreated all of his subjects, killed for fun, raped for sport. People used to call him Laundryman, because one of his habits was drowning his bastards in the lake right after birth, like unwanted kittens. Jordan needed to stop him, and he did. But that's not the end of the story. After the Lord's capture, someone had to take his place. He didn't have any rightful successors. But then, with just an uncannily perfect timing, came a distant cousin of the Lord's. A charming young man with 2 different eyes. You have to be kidding me. He easily acquired all possessions of his sentenced relative, but Jordan didn't want any of that, not for himself. So he took only 3 bags of coins from the treasury and left everything in the hands of the peasants. They were elated. He still probably worshipped there, I can tell you that. Oh, and one more thing. Why 3 bags, you might ask? That's easy. One for the tailor, another one for the stableman he took the horse from, and the last one for himself, with the exact amount of coins he was rightfully supposed to earn for his work at the Orchid. I told you Jordan wasn't a thief, and that was it. He mounted his beautiful mare and left the realm, continuing his adventures. At least that's the story he used to tell us, so nothing of that may be true at all. But that's just how it was with Jordan. Now I understand what you and Unigos were talking about. He really does seem surreal. I've never met anyone else like that. Don't get me wrong, he had his flaws, but the thing he could do, his tongue wasn't even silver, it was made out of pure gold. But wait, you didn't tell me what was the purpose of the Undying Fist. Oh, I thought it would be obvious now. On that day, Jordan's mission was born. He knew that the spoiled, rotten elites like that were scattered all around the world, draining life and dignity from the hard-working simple folk. And that he was capable of stopping them. To some extent at least. So that's exactly what he started doing. Overthrowing corrupted lords and giving them back to the community. He sounds like a hero. A true hero. Well, it wasn't like... yeah, I guess you could say that. So, how did you join the pack? Jordan was working solo until he met Unigos. That rat's agile fingers could work where Jordan's tongue didn't. And then they needed someone with other talents that they were lacking. Like strength, manliness, bravery, independence, gallantry, integrity, right? I think I get the picture. So they recruited the best there was. I was between jobs at the time. So I gave them a chance. And finally the pack started to really make a difference. But I don't like to brag. Oh yes, I noticed. Humble to the bone. Thank you for noticing. People at my level don't need to boast about their skills. Just like the sun doesn't need to prove it's bright. Anywho, I already spoke more words to you than I did in the last 5 years to anybody. So it's time for you to go. And preferably, don't come back. Ever. It was a great pleasure and a true yeah, I don't even care. Leave now. And in return for giving away my location, deliver this delicious meal to you. And he goes, it's his favorite. A knuckle sandwich. Do you want me to hit him in the face? Did I stutter? No, sir. Of course, sir. I'm on my way, sir. Okay. So did he really just also gave me a shovel? Already late again. Let's see if we can somewhat find our way home. I would almost think of building a pole 3 meters long and put the torch on the end of it and hold it in front of you, because I just cannot see the road in this dark place. I hope that the up and camera is making it a little bit more viewable for you guys. I think I'm almost there, right? Yeah, this is the bridge over here. Then I just have to follow right. Let's see. Don't have anything to eat. What did the guy just give me? Not that it matters right now. I need to equip my spare torch. There we go. Anything here worth taking? Here's the village. See if I'm still in time. You aren't. Nope. Looks like he's still up. Up and about. It's always nice to see you, Rasimir. Uni goes, hello. I've talked with Sambor. He's a real sweetheart, isn't he? The sweetest, like a jar of honey. That's Sambor for sure. I see. He did tell me about my uncle though. The story about the Lord of the Orchids. He has some unexpectedly good storytelling skills, doesn't he? Yes, he really does. I was downright astonished by that. One time, I swear he went for over a year without speaking a single word. But when we were sitting by the fire, he remembered some anecdotes. Laughing out loud and began his tale. Went from a total mute to the master of ceremonies. The narrative was so gripping it was hard not to listen. He even did voices. But after finishing, he became silent again. I've never fully understand that side of him. A theater genius trapped in the body of a bear wrestler. He actually asked me to give you something. Really? And what is that? A knuckle sandwich. Yeah, that sounds exactly like Sambor. So, are you going to deliver? Do you want me to? Oh, sure. I love people punching me in the face. Around the valley, I'm known for it. Would you be so kind and do it for free, though? I'm all out of my being punched in the face budget. Really? No, not really. Are you thick? You're not going to hit anyone. Is that clear? But if he asks, I'll tell him you knocked me out cold. Just out of curiosity, what did Sambor tell you about him becoming part of the pack? He said that you were looking for the best to recruit and that he was an obvious choice. Yeah, that seems like something he would say. Well, he was clearly full of crap. It's not a pleasant memory, but I believe you deserve to know the whole story. We didn't recruit him. Well, I guess we did. Jordan did. But that wasn't a matter of choice. When Jordan and I started to follow his mission together, we were rather successful. Everything was going smoothly. Too easy even. We were doing a lot of good, putting many well-deserved smiles on oppressed faces. That's when we let our guard down. There was a secret guild formed by a few of the higher-ranked knights and barons. We called them the Vendors. Bunch of really heartless bastards. Their most lucrative business was selling a living merchandise. And no, I'm not talking about the animals. Please, don't say it. Slavery was strictly forbidden in that realm. The queen had the queen was adamant about that. Well, the Vendors had their own set of rules to follow. They caged them like cattle, mostly women and children, forced to fight rats for the poor little rations they were being given in the damn dungeon they were held in. The guild preferred quantity over quality, so they didn't care about diseases and they didn't tend to wounds. I think I'm going to be sick. Sometimes it took them weeks to get the dead out of the cage. Survival of the fittest, or rather, outlasting of the least fortunate. It was simply horrible. If you ask me, all of the damned guild deserved a cruel and slow death. But that wasn't how we operated. Jordan made it very clear from day one. We were never to take a life. That was the most important of rules. Anyway, we managed to get everyone out. The carriage was full of broken people. Even the horses kept their heads low, mourning. The despair in the air was even more poisonous than the stand of the rotting flesh. And in all that, we forgot to make ourselves safe as well. The mercenaries cut us and brought us to the torture chamber. Yeah, this gruesome place had an even worse room hidden inside. Unbelievable! The vendors weren't in their patient mood, so they sent their worst torture right away. I was horror-struck, truly petrified, could barely breathe. Jordan didn't say a word, just looked at me. His eyes were relaxed but focused. I realized he wanted me to be calm as well, but I just couldn't. He went first. The torturer strapped Jordan to a chair and started swinging. His fists were like anvils. Every hit drew blood or broke bones. In a matter of seconds, Jordan's face looked like a bloody pulp. The only thing poking through it was his smile. It was one of many times I wondered if he was even human. The torturer quickly realized that he needed different tools for such a unique specimen and went to grab his blades. That's when Jordan started talking. He was making him offers, one after another, but the torturer just kept carving his torso like he was preparing a steak to be grilled. There was so much blood I could taste it in my mouth. I wanted to pass out, just to run away from all of that, but I couldn't. My heart was pounding way too fast. That's horrible. Suddenly, the torturer stopped. He looked at me and back at Jordan. This was the only thing he said. If you're lying, you're going to watch me do the same to him. I was about to puke, but Jordan nodded. So, he untied his boat and helped us escape. There were more mercenaries on our way, heavily armed. No one stopped us. Even they were terrified of that guy. We managed to get out in one piece. Well, we managed to get out alive. Jordan's wounds wouldn't heal for weeks, and even after that, he was scarred so badly it looked like he had chainmail stitched to his chest. But we had escaped that, and its emissary became one of us. The torturer. It was Sambor, wasn't it? Yes. Now I understand why Sambor didn't want to tell the truth. It sounds absolutely horrid. To be honest, his nightmare of that day never stopped. How could you want a person like that amongst your troop? You think I wanted that cutthroat anywhere near me? I couldn't get a wink of sleep with him around for days. I was constantly watching my back, watching his every move. So why didn't you blow him off? That's simple. Jordan made a deal with him. Promised him the only thing that mattered to that brute. Which was? Money. A whole lot more than what the guild was paying him. And a cut from every heist that we did. But couldn't you just pay him off or run away? That's not the way Jordan did things. He was a master liar, but when he gave someone his word for real, he never backed down. Besides, as we later found out, Sambor wasn't evil in his nature. He was just a true soldier, did what was asked of him. Jordan spent hours talking with him, explaining our rules of conduct. Zambor never broke any of them. Not once. Honestly, I hope you will never have to. I've been through a lot. And after all these years, the thing I wish you the most is to have a boring, steady life. I'm not the type of person to get bored. There's always something to do. I'm glad to hear that. Then, my next request won't be boring to you at all. Sure thing. What do you need? I need you to go to Borowo, find Ida, and get my side pack from her. Consider it done. Okay. That was some pretty interesting stories. Let's see. There's always something, isn't there? And now I don't have a torch anymore because I forgot to put it out. Oh yeah, let's quickly head back to the house again. Grab something to eat, something to drink, have a night's sleep, and then see what else we can do. Maybe even take some of the side quests that we haven't done yet. Now I'm just trying to follow the marker for the house because, damn, this is dark. I can just barely see anything. I think we're already here, because that's the bridge. Get some water. Get some water. Okay, great. Chest, there we go. Whew. Wrong one. There we go. Sorry about that. Let's make another one. And another one, just to be sure. Put the straw back. Sticks as well. Wooden shovel, wooden hoe for now. And lose this for a second. Those are all the spares. And then yeah, like that. Oh yeah, let's see, for hunting, I guess that I would need to buy this. Because this is my amount of coins. So it's like teams. Yeah, okay, so I have to buy purchased. Hey, good to know. What else can I buy? Probably have to build more. All right. Almost done surviving a season. Let's hope it works. And no more points to spend. But at least some meat to eat. Yep. And this will be it for this episode of Medieval Dynasty with the Noob. I hope everybody enjoyed watching. If you did, please smash that like button. Help the channel grow. Also, if you already haven't subscribed, hit that notification bell to not miss any of the new videos coming out. And I'll see everybody next time. Bye bye.